So the first thing that we want to review is profile versus permission. So oftentimes this is something that's confusing for people. They worry about giving people access to things that they shouldn't. However, when you log into Business Central, you are given a profile, which is essentially just going to drive what your landing page looks like. So here you have a Business Central. So up here from the gear, you'll notice you have a settings icon. So with the My Settings, you will have the ability to do things like set a role, choose which company you're in, set your work date, which often in a demo company is, April 2022 or some random date. So this would allow you to change the date to the current if you need to. You can set your region, your language. You have things like your ability to be able to change when you receive notifications, teaching tips. So as you navigate around, getting a pop-up just explaining what different things are. Over time, you're going to need them less and less, so you can turn them off, and just where your files are stored. So what I want to cover here is the role. A lot of the times, the business manager is the default role, but this is really more for a manager or a high-level executive type thing. So when you click on the three dots here, you'll notice that you're going to have a list of the profiles that you could select from. So here you can see purchasing agent, company hub, accountant. So let's say, for example, you're somebody who's a manufacturing manager. So you want to be more focused on things like firm planned production orders, released production orders, bills of materials and routings. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to select the manufacturing manager. I'm going to say OK, and I'm going to say OK again. So this is refreshing my Business Central, and essentially what it's doing is it's changing the blue tiles that I have, which are really just saved views of information. They are changing the quick actions that I have up above here to quickly be able to create new records. It's updating which list pages are my focus. So this is gearing my shortcuts or my landing page to somebody who's doing, as I mentioned, more of a production role. Somebody who's going to be doing operations and planning and things like that. So what I see on this shortcuts page is really just a quick ability to be able to get to different places in Business Central. So if, let's say, I needed to quickly create a production BOM, I can click here where it says Add Production BOM. It would then open up the Production BOM page, and this is the key part, only if my permissions allow that. So one of the things that I want to make really, really clear is that the profile that you have does not dictate the permissions that you have. That is still done on your user card. So if, for example, I was given the manufacturing manager role, let's say through permissions, creating a production BOM was not something I was going to be responsible for. Maybe that's my supervisor. This page would not open, even though it's on my landing page, if I don't have permissions to do that. So the profile just dictates, again, these little activity queues, which again are really just list views that are pre-filtered to things that make sense. And it just changes, like I said, the list pages you can quickly get to and the actions you can quickly get to. Through personalization, you can do lots of things. So let's say, as an example, I realized, okay, production BOMs and routings, creating those, that's going to be more of an engineering type person, not somebody in production. So again, from the gears, I can go ahead and I can select to personalize. So now what I can do is I'll see when I hover over things, I've got this yellow triangle. So on production BOM, as an example, if that's not something I'll be responsible for, why not make my page more focused and add the shortcuts where I need them? I'm going to go ahead and hide what I don't need. We'll do more videos on hiding and showing and how to show things, but again, your landing page is dictated by your profile. Your profile can be modified and changed even further by adding things that aren't there that you need and hiding things there that you don't. But again, permissions are what's going to drive whether or not you can actually go in and read and write information inside of Business Central. Thanks for joining me and taking the time to watch. As always, my goal here is really just to bring some of those frequently asked questions and questions about Business Central to a broader audience in the community. If there's a feature video that you're looking to see or more questions about the feature that we just went over, please use my contact information to reach out. Again, I want to make sure that it's relevant. I want to make sure that it would hit a larger audience, and I'm really open to suggestions from you in the community.